Welcome to Beyond Film School, where I teach you all about the film industry. I'm Amber, and in this video, we're talking about that one email that changed the trajectory of my film career. Now, I'm not being dramatic when I say that there literally is one email that I sent and got a reply back from that changed my life and changed the trajectory of my film career. And I am not lying about that, because when I first moved to New York City, I was emailing a ton of different people. I'm talking I sent out 10 or 15 emails a day. I was emailing hundreds of people. I probably reached 1,000. I had nothing to lose, and I was like, I need to figure out my in. I was just emailing and emailing until I had a reply. I know a lot of you out there are like, I'm doing direct outreach and no one's getting back to me. We can talk about that later, but I want to say this because if I didn't write that email, I probably wouldn't have the career I have today. The email wasn't the only thing that kind of led me to where I am now. There were a lot of different things that happened. I said, hey, I'm a SET PA that is new to New York City, and basically just if you need someone, let me know. I'm just trying to prove myself. I got a reply back, and this woman was very, very generous with information. She was like, go into this building, have your resume, tell them you're there for an interview for this show, blah-da-da-da. Now, there are so many things about this story that could have gone wrong, but the first thing I did was I trusted her advice, and I was like, I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna go there. How I prepared for this is I was like, I'm gonna take a bunch of hard copies of my resume, like the woman said. So I did that. I printed out my resume. I had my little binder with me, and I made sure to look presentable. Now, had I gone there with my hair a mess and just with jeans and t-shirt on, I don't know if I would have actually gotten to set. I don't think I would have gotten invited to work on something. I looked as if I was ready for an interview, basically. I put a smile on my face, had my hair back, it was nice, neat, and clean. I made sure to look the part. Not only did I do direct outreach and I took the information, I trusted her information, I did what she told me to do, I prepared as if I'd already gotten the job, basically. So I go in there, I start putting my resume in everyone's mailbox, then I get to an office. In this office, there is an office PA there, and she is alerted, and she was like, what is this girl doing here? She's like, what do you need? She was not very happy that I was there. I walked in, and I was like, oh, I'm in this now. I gotta deliver. I gotta just do the thing. DGA trainee comes out, Directors Guild of America, the training program. He comes out, and he was like, hi. So at this point, things could have went awry. So I stuck my hand out. I said, nice to meet you. My name is Amber. I'm just a SET PA looking for day player work. Eye contact, the whole thing. I was confident. So this is the other section, is not only did I look the part, now I was like, okay, I have to deliver, I have to be confident, because if I go in there like a timid little mouse, I'm not gonna get this. I'm not going to make a good impression. I had no idea what I was kind of going after, but I was like, I just need to get on set. This was the goal. We had a really quick conversation. He was like, oh, we start shooting in a few weeks. I'll definitely keep your resume. Said, thank you so much. Shook his hand again, said goodbye, walked out the building like a proper human being. I did a lot of the things that a lot of people, I think, take for granted, like body language, what I looked like, how I was communicating non-verbally with this person that was in front of me. And from that interaction, I ended up getting on set. I ended up getting on this pilot show for 3 weeks, and it literally was like, oh my God, the best thing that ever happened to me.
The time has finally come.
So there are a few things in there that you should take from this. First of all, trust the advice that you get from professionals that are telling you certain things to do, because there are so many people out there that are trying to get in the film, and they do not trust the advice that's coming from the people who have done it. They've done it before and know what they're talking about. They have broken in, they did the legwork. So if they're telling you X, Y, Z to do, just do it. So I trusted the person. And then I looked the part, and then I was prepared, and then I just put my best self forward, mustered all the confidence that I could, and then I delivered. And part of this, going into after you actually get the gig, then afterwards you have to deliver. You have to do a good job on set. Because if you do all of this, you get on set and you are a crappy PA, whew, you have a lot of things to learn and it's just going to be an uphill battle. And trust me, like I went through that where like my first couple of sets were not that great. I was not that great. This is going to take some patience on your part because I was starting over. I came from the camera department. I wanted to do the AD track, and plus I didn't know anyone in New York. So I moved into the Bronx, New York, when it was like November of 2011, so 2012 I was there. So I was persistent, and it took about 4 months of getting the proper reply to my email that, you know, made something happen in my life, but then also preparing, making sure that you look the part, you look professional, and you don't look threatening. Because sometimes if I went there with like my black hat on and how I look on set, and like my like little bomber jacket, and I go to try and like get my resume out to people, I probably wouldn't have gotten that job. The other thing I want to say is that I could have taken that advice and I could have been like, oh, she doesn't know what she's talking about. I'm not going up to a random building address. I'm not going into a building I don't know, have no idea what's going to happen. I just showed up. I went, I showed up, showed my face. If I didn't show my face, I think in this office, I would not have been hired. So just take that into consideration. Like, show up, be patient, and put your best self forward. Be confident, because listen, like the way I thought about it is like I had nothing to lose. So that is a story about how one email really did change my life. Because I honestly think that I would not be in the DGA now as an AD if I did not take this woman's advice, if I did not do direct outreach, you know. So just, it worked for me. Just letting you know that direct outreach is the way to go. And if you want to learn more about unlocking film opportunities, I have a mini course. It's like 1 to 2 hours. The link is down below for you. If you want to learn more about networking, I have a video on the screen for you.